I have spoken about this previously, a few times actually, but again, I can't just like I still have that urge to talk more about this topic comparison. Comparison used to be limited. You compare yourself to classmates, compare yourself to your neighbors, and even to people in your immediate environment. But now, we now compare ourselves with millions of people every single day online. We compare with people with their edited lives, their curated success, their filtered beauty, their manufactured confidence. And little by little, comparison steals our peace. Many people don't feel inadequate because they failed. They feel inadequate because they keep watching other people, watching their success, their relationships, their lifestyles, and eventually their own life starts feeling less than, even when it isn't. Comparison is dangerous because it distracts you from your own path. You stop building, you stop appreciating what you've done, you stop noticing your own progress. Instead, you observe over someone else's timeline and begin to compare and feel you're failing. But their journey is not your assignment, is it? You don't know their own sacrifices. You don't know their struggles. You don't know what their reality looks like off camera. Comparison only creates a pressure where gratitude should actually sit. And pressure without perspective becomes anxiety. The goal shouldn't be to become someone else. By means of comparing, you feel, oh, I wish I can be like you. The goal is for you to become fully yourself, who you're meant to be, who you're called to be. That's the goal. My challenge for you is to reduce social media comparison triggers and spend more time building yourself, your real life offline, and stop the comparison. It does more harm than good. The internet turned pain into content. There was a time when pain was private. Now pain is posted. Breakdowns becomes content. Trauma becomes trends. Healing becomes aesthetics. And somewhere along the way, the internet blow out the line between expression and performance. Sometimes bringing into the internet space is good because it help these people, it help, we are humans, it help us to hear sometimes having to get that reassurance from people help us with the emotional well-being, so it's valid. But we are talking about not for reassurance, but people who could bring it out for just performance. Say people don't just experience emotions, they feel pressure to package them, to make sadness look chaotic, to make healing look beautiful, to make suffering look shareable. But real pain is not aesthetic. Real pain is messy, it's very messy, confusing, and heavy. And healing does not happen faster because it gets attention online. Sometimes the healthiest thing to do, the healthiest thing you can do is heal quietly without announcing it, without documenting every step, without needing validation. Not everything sacred needs an audience, and not every vulnerable moment belongs online. This is because when every emotion becomes performance, you stop asking, how do I heal? And start asking, how does this look? That shift is dangerous because healing is not a brand. Our emotions are not entertainments and not to entertain another person's emotion. Protect your inner life. Not everything deserves public access. My challenge is to keep your personal struggle, goal, or healing journey private this month and focus on genuinely growing through it instead of posting. Again, like I said earlier, sometimes is a way that helps you heal. But this post is specifically for those who just want to use it and create content. Burnout. Burnout has become a personality trait. I'm tired. That sentence has become normal. People laugh about burnout. I'm tired. Go and rest, Joe. Tired. What have you done? What did you do? Just that little thing you did, you're tired. Tired from what? Tired. People commonize the word. Sometimes tiredness is not from what we did immediately. It can be a compilation of events, and your body still remembers them. It doesn't just go away. It needs to recover. So for the fact that we had a few hours or few second rest, we expect the body to forget. Why do we commonize tiredness? I am tired has become a normal word. People laugh about it. People joke about exhaustion. They treat overworking like an ambition. Hard worker, hard worker. But burnout is not success. Burnout is your body begging you for balance. Your body's asking you, please, I need rest. This year, hustle culture still whispers dangerous lies like sleep later, work harder, keep grinding. Just finish it a little bit more before you rest. But the truth is, doing that, many people are running on empty. No rest, no stillness, no emotional recovery, just pressure. And eventually, pressure without recovery becomes collapse. The worth is not measured by productivity. You are still valuable when you rest. Okay? You are still important when you slow down because sustainability matters more than speed. So, what good is success if you're too exhausted to even enjoy it? A healthy lifestyle is not laziness, it is freedom, just freedom. Rested people think clearly. They think clearly when you've rested. They love better. They lead better. Bonus should not be your identity. Peace should. So, my challenge today is intentionally schedule rest. An example, oh, some persons, you need to be tired before you go and rest. Why not just schedule the rest and rest anyway, whether you feel like it or not, and don't give your body the chance to, you know, tell you you need to rest now? I mean, sometimes you can actually keep working and then your body will tell you, but sometimes can we schedule rest? We don't need to feel tired, we don't need to feel weak. We can feel really strong without that tiredness, but decide to just rest. Schedule rest this week. Not after your work is done, but as part of your routine. Protect it seriously. We are becoming addicted to escaping reality. Look around you. Every quiet moment you have is probably filled up immediately. A scroll, a notification from the phone, or a video, a distraction. We often wake up and reach out for our phones even before we can even reach out our thoughts. Usually, when we wake up from sleep, most times that's when we reflect, isn't it? That early hour of the morning, we meditate. That's what we were taught. That's what we've known, isn't it? But oftentimes, when we begin to, like, we grow and evolve, we hardly have that meditation time. Rather, immediately we wake up, is always filled up with a scroll notification from our phones, a video that will pop up, a distraction here and there. We wake up and the next thing is to reach out for our phones even before we reach out for our thoughts, and even quiet times that we need to reflect about ourselves. And slowly, without realizing it, we are becoming addicted to escaping reality. So, distraction nowadays is no longer accidental, it is just designed. the apps compete for your own attention or compete for my attention. Algorithms study our behavior. Platform profit from keeping you and I emotionally attached. And the scary part is most people don't even notice it that is happening. Silence feels uncomfortable now. Stillness feels unnatural now. Being alone with your thoughts becomes difficult. So many people escape. They scroll to avoid thinking about that thing. They scroll, they hang out to avoid having that deep conversation with themselves. They watch content to avoid the feeling that they would have from meditation. They stay entertained to avoid confronting themselves. But you know what happens when we do all of this? We get distracted, and distraction delays healing. We cannot heal from what we constantly avoid. And the longer we run from ourselves, it becomes harder to accept who we are without any form of stimulation. Real life begins when distractions ends, and that's where clarity lives. That's where purpose grows, and that's where peace begins. Some of the deepest answers you need will never be found in endless scrolling. They will be found in that silence, that me time, that reflection time, that quiet time. In reflection, in presence, in your presence. Ask yourself honestly, when last, okay, let's reward it. When was the last time you sat alone without needing entertainment? When was the last time you listened to your own thoughts without escaping them? When was the last time you had that quiet time of reflection? Because if you can't be present with yourself, you will constantly depend on noise to survive. And noise is exhausting, noise is distracting. My challenge is for you to take full hour every day without social media, without music or distractions. Sit with yourself, journal, reflect, walk, think, reconnect with reality, reconnect with yourself. Have a me time, have a me time, have your own time to reflect deeply. Everyone wants attention, few just want purpose. Attention is easy to chase. One post, one trend, one viral moment, and suddenly people know your name. But attention and purpose are not the same thing. This year, many people are visible but lost. Some people are popular but empty. This is because attention gives dopamine, while purpose gives direction. And you know that dopamine fades quickly. Our generation, a generation raised online, is constantly told, be seen, make sure you're seen, go viral. And lots of people are doing some people are doing some things just to go viral. Some people are controversial because they want to go viral. And this is the trend right now in this generation. They do things to go viral, to build a platform, but don't ask what are you building it for? What are you building those kind of brand for? What are you building those kind of brand for? What purpose is behind that? Because if your identity depends on attention, you will constantly perform to keep it. You will constantly become controversial to keep it. And performance is exhausting. That lifestyle is exhausting. But you see, purpose is different. Purpose remains when the views disappears, when the likes slows down, when no one is watching. Purpose builds impact, not just visibility. But you see that controversial kind of content. It will make you want to do more and more and more and more just to keep on going viral and trending. But purpose gives you peace. It gives you peace. No matter how low your view might be, it gives you peace. Purpose builds impact, not just visibility. So ask yourself, if nobody applauds you today, would you still care about what you're doing? The answer will reveal everything. And that's what most of us who already know what we want to put out here are still here. Regardless of the views you get, you're still doing because this is the purpose. That this is something already that has a purpose behind it. Now, not just going viral. So my challenge for you is spend this week focusing more on impact rather than attention. Create, serve, or work on something meaningful, even if nobody sees it immediately.